needed every single vote I could find. And you know, it seems to me that every man, politically, maybe personally too, I don't know, but it seems to me, certainly politically, that every man before he dies should finally stand up and say what he really believes in. Of course, if it can be practical at the same time, well, so much the better. Because at that time in the state of Missouri, we had about 2 million mules, and each one of them was worth about $90 apiece. But at the same time, we had 245,000 Negroes. And some people thought they weren't worth anything. Well, they were wrong. It was wrong, and I said so, and I did it on the courthouse steps of Sedalia, Missouri, June 15th, 1940. It was a blistering hot summer day in Sedalia, and Sedalia was a center for the Ku Klux Klan in the state of Missouri. So there wasn't a black face in the crowd. Friends and neighbors, if I could have your attention, please. For just a moment, we'll get out of this sun. What, Howard? I can't hear. Howard, could you get up on something? Well, maybe, wait a minute. Listen, Howard, I'll yell it at you. I've only got a very little bit to say. It's too hot out here anyway, and I'll yell it at you. All right. Friends and neighbors, I did want to say before this election, just for the record, that I believe in the brotherhood of man. But not only in the brotherhood of white men, I believe in the brotherhood of all men before the law. And I got to believe that if I believe, as I do, in the Declaration of Independence and the Bill of Rights, the Constitution. Now, in recent years, we've all seen a mass exodus of the Negroes from the country areas here in Missouri into the large city areas. We all know the reason for that. It's lynchings, beatings, and 1,000 reasons. But the point is that when they have gotten to the large cities, the Negroes have been virtually ignored by the authorities. They're pushed into segregated slums. They barely have the necessities of life afforded them. And I believe as free men, they're entitled to more than that. Now, wait a minute, mister. Well, more than that, they're natural-born Americans, and more than that, they're human beings. All right, don't agree with that. I'll tell you something you've got to agree with, though, brother. And that is, if we continue to push the Negro down into the depths of degradation, the white man's going to go down with him. Oh, yes, he is. Because the law of compensation will apply. Booker T. Washington said it. He said if you're going to keep a black man in a gutter, there has to be a white man in a gutter to keep him there. I won that election by 8,000 votes.